another Cowboys team since the 1960s Cowboys has given up that many points to this point in the season. They've been outscored by 81 points, and they're dead last against the rush. So to me, this is a all out, it's just a failure on multiple levels. And then when you talk about the effort or the lack of effort that we're seeing on the field on certain games, that to me is disconcerting. Jerry Jones didn't bring Mike McCarthy in here thinking, okay, we're going to completely dynamite this and start again and hit reset. There's enough talent on this team. I understand they have injuries, but there's enough talent where they should not be getting smoked this bad each week. And they're just kicking field goals on offense. Like that is a big problem. And with the Patriots, people were wondering if Cam was actually is he healthy? I don't know. Or the Patriots done. That was the talk in the offseason. So to me, the expectations for the Cowboys were here versus the
Patriots. Kimberly, you make a lot of good points, but I'm going to go with my former team in the New England Patriots.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I got it. I got to do it, Kimberly.
Right.
Listen, Here are the Patriots right now. I believe the Patriots are like 3.5 games back from Buffalo. It might be even more than that. A team that's lost 4 in a row. Well, last time New England and Patriots lost 4 in a row and been in the position that they're in right now. And the reason I say the Patriots is because I believe so much in the greatness of Coach Bill Belichick with all the defections that they had on defense, whether it was free agency or guys opting out, and obviously bringing in Cam Newton this year. I was still a big believer in the fact that Bill Belichick, even with all of those defections, would be able to coach these guys up and have these guys ready to play. But here we are right now at this point in the season, and you're talking about a team in the Patriots, particularly on offense, where the quarterback play has just been atrocious all the way around. Outside of the one game that Cam Newton had up there in Seattle where he was a vintage Cam Newton, this offense has just been bad. I believe it's been like 3, total passing touchdowns for all the quarterbacks in New England. So when I look at the Patriots, to me is where's the coaching? Where's this championship level coaching that we've seen from the New England Patriots for 20 years? And I get it. Tom Brady's down there in Tampa. I get all of that. But in the game of football, I always said that coaching matters more so than any other sport. And we're kind of getting a glimpse where people are saying, wait a minute, did Tom Brady mean more to this dynasty than Bill Belichick? Because where the Patriots are sitting right now, there's a lot of that running around out here in the media and with people in general.
Damon, I hate to do this to you, brother, but I'm with Kimberly on this one. And all the points both of you two made are on point. I mean, we talk about the defections from the Patriots before the season and the defections from the Cowboys during the season with all those injuries on the offensive line and also Dak Prescott, Leighton Vander Esch just getting back at linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. But you raised something about Bill Belichick that really struck me. At least they're losing, but they look like a team that's not poorly coached. They know they don't have the assets on defense or Tom Brady on their football team, but at least they have a purpose, or at least players look like they want to play for their coach. You can't say that for the Dallas Cowboys. You know what, Mike McCarthy, you know who he is right now? He is Coach Klein at halftime of the Bourbon Bowl and the Water Boy going to anybody. Anybody have an idea? Anybody right now? You can't have that if you're Jerry Jones, where you brought this guy in to be the anti-Jason Garrett. And look what you have in Mike McCarthy. You should not expect this team to be a poorly coached team, no matter who is out there. How many times we've seen the Dallas Cowboys, especially in the last 3 weeks, where it looked like it's the first time they ever put on a football uniform? You can use injuries, you can use defections, and put all that into account, the Dallas Cowboys. But they're the biggest disappointment because of Mike McCarthy, the head coach of this football team. He has done an awful job being the head coach of this football team. And early on, he was lucky when he had Dak Prescott, that Dak Prescott was able to override their defense that's been horrible from the beginning to win a couple of games, and the Falcons gave them one. When you think about it, the Cowboys only have 1 win in the season instead of the 2 that they have right now. But if you're Mike McCarthy, if you're Jerry Jones, I've been a big believer that you can't keep mistakes in the building. And the Cowboys finished 3-13, 4-12. If Jerry Jones has any kind of mind about him, he'll have to say, we can't continue this Mike McCarthy experiment. We got to move on and bring in somebody else that have better imagination and have players that actually look like they want to play for that head coach. Both teams have been disappointing, no doubt about that, especially if you're the Patriots. You put that culture in for the last 20 years with Tom Brady, now without him. but this is a horribly coached football team when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. And when players look like they don't want to play for you, that is an ugly, ugly message if you're Jerry Jones in Dallas.
Hey, Freddie, so listen, I agree with Mike McCarthy hasn't done the best of job, but I think this more so, when you talk about the Dallas Cowboys, shows the true value of Dak Prescott. At least when Dak Prescott was playing with the Dallas Cowboys, they were in shootouts, okay? They weren't getting blown out. They were in every game. So as much as we lament the coaching, I think this whole thing proves just how valuable Dak Prescott meant to this organization. You could clearly see when he went out, that's when everything went to shambles. When I look at the Patriots, I look at a team that it just seems like they're making mistakes that I haven't been accustomed to seeing with the Patriots for a long, long time. Whether it's missed tackles, just overall fundamentals on defense. The offense I thought was going to be more creative. It's just not even there with the New England Patriots. So I'm left scratching my head. A Bill Belichick coach team that's sitting right now 3.5, 4 games behind the Buffalo Bills. What in the world is going on with New England as opposed to the Dallas Cowboys with Dak Prescott going out? And we clearly saw the effect with that organization.
All right, let me come for Damian real quick. Because if you, on a piece of paper, if you cross Bill Belichick's name off. You don't know he's the coach, but you look at this roster, this Patriots roster. What would you think that record was? I think Bill does not walk on water. The man is a great coach, one of the best ever, if not the best coach, right? But at some point, you got to acknowledge he did lose a Hall of Fame quarterback. The Cowboys lost Dak Prescott. And if anything, like you're saying, this whole season shows should have paid Dak, got to pay Dak because they're in trouble without him. But really, if you are objectively looking at this team and not knowing it's a Bill Belichick coach team, you're like, ooh, I don't know, man. Where are these wins coming from? It's not cut and dry. And I think we got to give Bill, some leeway a little bit, man. He can't, they do look competitive at times. They do make mistakes. But at least I'm not seeing guys that are giving no effort. I'm not seeing guys on defense just sort of looking like, oh, I don't really feel like running fast today. That to me does not happen in New England. I think that's the difference.
Well, no surprise here. Both of these teams, they are on track to miss the playoffs. The last time that the Patriots missed the playoffs back in 2008 when Tom Brady tore his ACL in the season opener. All right, we're going to leave the conversation there because we do have a lot more coming up on First Take.